And welcome everybody. Hey, glad you're here. This is Don Giannetti from lighting-essentials.com and dongiannetti.com. You can get all the links and stuff down below. This is number 32 in my series of What Makes This Photo Great. This is not a series about great photographers. We would need a couple of years to go through really great photographers. There's so many out there. These are photographers that really influenced me, and I'm talking about how they influenced me and what I got from those photographers. I was never a famous photographer, didn't want to be. I was very happy in my little niche. And this is a way of seeing into the work of somebody else through another set of eyes, my eyes. Waited for this photographer for a while. Patrick Demarchelier was probably one of my biggest influences ever. When I started following fashion photography and thought I might want to be into fashion photography, Demarchelier was one of those handful of figures of that just popped up. Arthur Elgort, Albert Watson, Annie, and other people. And Patrick's part of the group, the one name group. Peter Lindbergh, Annie Leibovitz, Arthur Elgort, Patrick Demarchelier, and Albert Watson. When you're in the fashion business back in New York, in the days that I was there, they were one-name photographers. You didn't have to say Patrick Demarchelier, you just simply said Patrick. If there was another Patrick who was a photographer, he needed to change his name. This Patrick owned it. And what I fell in love with Demarchelier was his composition and his incredible, impeccable lighting. He was king of the one giant main light, a little bit of fill, and classic composition. It was everything other photographers were trying not to do. Patrick's work was always understated. It was always beautifully styled, elegantly styled, and it didn't have that, over the top. He was never over the top. Demarchelier was never over the top. He never did jump the shark photography with, weird and wacky stuff. Although he had a great sense of humor, his whole mission was to photograph the beautiful woman, and that was what he did. Some of you may know that there were some issues with Patrick back in 2018. We're not even going to discuss them here. I have no reason to discuss them. I'm not going to discuss those things. I'm going to discuss the photography and what it meant to me. So right off the bat, we have this beautiful girl in the green dress. And I want to dissect this a little bit, because when I say he's understated, when I say he doesn't ever jump the shark, doesn't go, there's no beehives and there's no, ivy wrapped around, making the girl look like a tree or something like that. He doesn't do that crap. Look at the elegantness in this. Look at the slightly bent face, slightly leaning in to the neck, and then the body goes out this way. And then we can't see the legs, so he contrasts it with the hand falling this way. Notice the strap up, across, strap down. Very much what's happening here. Everything in this image is deliberate. Everything. I'm going to link to some videos down below, but a long time ago, I was, seems like in another life now, I was on the streets of New York working for another photographer, and I came around the corner and there was Patrick working, I want to say near the photo district. It was kind of an alleyway, and Patrick was working. And I learned something that day that I have never forgotten, and that is, don't let the model stop moving. Don't let the model stop moving. She moves, you snap. She moves, you snap. That's a recipe for disaster. She moves continuously and you snap whenever you want, or as fast as you want, or as slow as you want. There was no tempo in Patrick's work. Move, snap. Move, snap. Move, snap. You get a little drum going, maybe get a little backbeat going, a little funk, bring a little funk into it. That's not photography. You're not going to get anything because the model's in control. She's moving and holding, and the moment she stops moving, you take the picture. Who's in control of the image? She is. Watching Patrick work, having her constantly moving, and then he gets those shots between the stop shots, and that's what makes his work so amazing. So in a shot like this, he probably had the basic pose there, and then had her start moving, head left to right, drop the shoulders down, bring the shoulders up, bring the arms back a little bit, and shoot. Click, 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 click. That's where I got that, and that's Patrick Demarchelier. That's what I absolutely loved about his work, and it taught me so much that I use even to this day. Look at this beautiful portrait. Notice the line coming straight down the arm, offset by this angle and this angle. Boom, 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 right through there. Lovely. Look at the backgrounds. Now this is, I know this shot. Some of these might be Photoshop. Some of these are newer pictures. Some of these are older pictures. But back when I was following Demarchelier, we didn't have Photoshop. He had to find canvases. He'd rent canvases. He'd borrow canvases. He'd use a wall if he had to. It didn't really matter. The background just was there to set the subject off. And look at the light. Look at the big, beautiful highlight. You see it? Stunning highlight in the eye. Stunning highlight in the eye. Look at this this shot right here. We go. Look how big you can see. You can see it. Slightly off camera, large light source, maybe 60 inch, maybe 72 inch, large light source. Look at this. No fill. Fill on the face, that's coming from the background. No fill to the side. No fill. Beautiful. Do you realize how good your makeup artist has to be to do this with that kind of transition there from light to dark? Do you realize how good? Because I do. I look at some of my work from these days, and you know, if you're going to have problems on the face, it's going to be in the transitions. There. That's where it's going to be. My makeup artists were the best. Danita, Catherine, they were just the best. Another thing he did that I constantly did in my photography is I kept the model moving. I didn't want them to be static. And you get out on location like this, you got a fun dress like this, you got a model with deer antlers in her hair, whatever, and he's got her jumping. She's all the way off the ground. Jump here, jump there. Boy, you know, get them being dynamic, moving inside the frame. That little separation between shoe and shadow really makes the image pop. It gives it a virtual dynamism that you're not going to get if she's just standing on the dock. That may not be a bad shot, and Demarchelier doesn't have him jumping in every shot, but when he gets the right subject in the right position, that's really great. Look at this line. She's coming down here, and then she's coming back in the legs this way. Coming down here, coming down again. Lines everywhere, very much in keeping with the outfit itself. And I don't know, I wasn't at this shoot, but I would bet she jumped 150 times. Doesn't always have to jump like this. Look at this beautiful portrait. Look at the lights in the eyes. 2 umbrellas, both one on each side of the camera. I ripped that off too. Still do it. That's one of the reasons why I tell my Project 52 folks, when you buy umbrellas, especially medium umbrella, like a medium would be a 32 to 36, maybe a 42. Get matching umbrellas, because there's a time when you can put them on each side of the face and look how it lights the face. Can you see that? Can you see the plate of the face? My God, it's just incredible. Look at the hair. Look at the highlights on the white cotton shirt. I mean, everything is so clean. 2 strokes on either side is a beautiful, beautiful thing. No, boy, that jumped everywhere. No fill, don't need it. You've got the umbrellas wrapping on both sides of the face, and look at, we get a little drop shadow under the chin. It's just stunning. Look at the design. Wide, eyes are wide, shoulders are wide, hips are wide. Everything just fills the frame. Another 2 umbrella set. You can see the 2 umbrellas are right next to each other. Cameras to one side. 2 umbrellas over there, cameras to one side. Look at the wrap here. These are probably smaller umbrellas. I never saw him do it, but I knew a gentleman who worked for him, and Demarchelier would also use two 24-inch umbrellas, very small, 2-foot umbrellas. He'd put those 24-inch umbrellas right next to each other just to get a little bit different catch light in the eyes. Look how it opens up the eyes underneath here. Notice there's no shadow coming underneath the nose there. Nice bright light. Both of those umbrellas tuned to the side. So you figure one was here kind of thing, right on the side, no fill. Lets it go dark. Just incredible. Just incredible. Look at the design. Boom. Face comes down, shoulders come back. This way, face comes down, shoulders come back. You got that little serpentine. You want to see serpentine? Check out this incredible portrait. Face comes down, back arches gently through here. The arms, it's just a beautiful photograph. I think she's covered in bronze. I think this was for a Greek thing. She's covered in bronze paint with copper on her head, or copper paint or something, but just a stunning, stunning photograph. Look at this line, and look at this line, and look how pretty the dress falls all the way through here. Nice marbly kind of Grecian look to the wall. Everything just works. Another reason I like Patrick's work was that real natural look that he would do. And here's two shots to show you that. You know, get the person moving. I think this is an actress. I think I know who this is, but that's not important. And this kind of intense stare, look at this, right down through here. You look at the picture, you can't tear yourself away from the eyes, and then when you do, you realize she's holding a snake. You know, it's just super intense, always dropping out the background. This is a great shot. She's just moving and whipping her hair, constantly moving. She's constantly moving, and Demarchelier gets the shot. Here's some motion for you. Gonna love this. One of the things that I like to do with the models is to have them get into a pose like this and lean forward, always ready to catch themselves on that uplifted foot. I wanted them to fall. She is just about to fall. And if you think about it, there's no way she could hold this pose, is there? This isn't a go up on your foot and lean forward 2 feet and hold that. Gravity's taken over. He's just shot it just before she puts that foot down to catch herself. It's a wonderful technique to give you some super dynamics in this. In this particular case, she's facing away from the light. The light is coming from this side, lighting up the back of the legs, you can see here, lighting up the back of the neck and the hair, but there's no fill to the side and there's no light to the side, so her face goes dark, leaving it in silhouette against the bright background. It's just, you know, a super cool little shot. And there's this sense of you know, there's something happening here, right? Sense of urgency. She's going to fall. White backgrounds. Pretty cool shot. I love the line here, the line here, and the line here. See this? Boom, boom, boom. Head tilted just a little. See the hat tilted this way, and then we bring the eyes back this way, and then we take the line down out this way, and then get that little serpentine going. Large light source right on the face, no fill. We can see no fill on the shoulders. They're going black. Could be black cards on the side, quite possibly, but the face is lit up. Now, notice that there's darkness on the shoulders, but there's not on the face here. No reason why he wouldn't have done something that I did, and that is to bring white fill cards in at that position right there. We're going to fill the face, because the face looks filled. We're going to fill the face, we're just not going to fill the arms. Might explain a little bit of fall off right there. So we can do that, right? We don't have to, you know, fill card doesn't have to be global. We can use it just in the spots that we want it to be. Patrick's one of the photographers that I so admired, and one of the reasons that I did was he would do things like that. That's a 4x8 piece of foam core, probably cut down to more like 7.5 or maybe she's that tall. I don't think she's 7 feet tall. No. So it's a 4x8 piece of foam core cut down a little bit and just set into the meadow. Maybe the meadow was too dark, etc., or he just wanted this look of non-reality in a real setting. So it's like we're pulling her out of the real setting and putting her against this white background. It's really an amazing thing. If you haven't taken a background out into the world, do it. It's incredible. It's really fun. Could be this, could be a canvas that you hang from a tree, could be anything really, let your imagination run wild. That's what he did. And he ended up doing this. He did a set of music, shots for musicians, and he had the Seamless out in Central Park. And the Seamless is there on Seamless rackets, and he shoot him. And all around the edge of the Seamless, you can see different parts of Central Park. He didn't leave it in the same spot. He moved it around. It's incredible. Princess Diana, love this. Look at the beautiful light on it. Great expression. This again, moving. You can do this with, non-models, folks. You can keep them moving. Not a problem. Again, this is kind of using the idea of his single light source, just coming through the window, lighten up the face right here. Something over here. Okay, there's something over here. It might be another window. Quite possibly another window. We can see the highlight there. And we can see the highlight on the shirt right there. We can see the highlight on the cheek right there. We see a little bit of highlight right on the chest and on the tummy right there. So we know there's something coming over here. It's just not as big as this. And he's moved her right in close to this light, getting this kind of cross light thing going. Notice how bright it is here. It's really, really fun. And yet it looks totally natural, doesn't it? Hair a little bit messed up. Clothes a little bit, frumpy here and there. It's just a beautiful, natural shot of a girl. And I love that. Now, I did say he had a great sense of humor, and he does. I love this series with the cow background, studio background. And again, we look at it and we go, well, this is done in a studio. Yeah, it could be. Could also be Seamless out, at a farm somewhere, on some plywood so the model could stand on it in heels, and we hang the Seamless up and we bring the cow over, doesn't matter. He's lighting it, beating the ambient, or just using ambient as fill, either way. Nice big single light source, you can see it in the cow's eyes. Little second light source down here, coming this way, which is opening up the shadow underneath the cow and opening this up here. So big light up here and a smaller light down here, and everything's happy. Except the cow. Cow's not happy. And then this shot of movement, if you've ever shot dancers, they cannot hold this position. This isn't go up into on your point and then hold it while I focus. No, that doesn't happen. No way. The model sets herself, or the dancer sets herself, goes up on point, swings the leg back, the arms go up, and it's your job to catch it right at the apex of it. In this particular case, beautifully done. My wife's a dancer, choreographer. She thought maybe better get that leg just extended a little bit out here, more of a V. I don't know, wasn't there. Demarchelier, I defer to him. I know that dancers can be extremely picky about where their feet are, how they're flexed here, how the hands are. In this particular case, just an absolutely lovely shot. You can see the same lighting, umbrellas on either side of the camera, shadow there, gives a really nice look. And this last shot, I know we're going long on this one. Boy, dang. This last shot, I think, is just classic Demarchelier. Beautiful girl, beautiful light, simple, singular composition. Did you notice there's never a struggle to figure out what the subject is in a Patrick Demarchelier shot? You know what the subject is. Simple background, simple subject, simple composition, and simple but elegant lighting. And here's that moment of expectation, just as we saw when the model was going to fall or the dancer up on point. We're right at that one, there it is, moment of, all the actions are going to be right here. It's just that's what makes his work fun. It isn't the lighting beautiful. It isn't the composition black up here, black through here, and then the hands holding the scissors here. Gorgeous. So that's Patrick Demarchelier, folks. I did it in two sections, by the way, if you didn't notice. I did his color work up front. He's a great color photographer, brilliant color photographer, no doubt. Loved his work. But I'm As if you followed any of these, you know I'm a big black and white fan. So listen, I'm going to get out of here real quick before we get over, an hour on this. Name's Don Giannetti, lighting-essentials, dongiannetti.com. If you like this series of what makes this photo great, please hit the like button, okay? Just boom, hit the like button. If you want to leave a comment, I answer all comments. And thanks for coming along. Have a great one, and we'll see you next time.